Wake up, fishies. I don't know, maybe I should be throwing that frog. There he is. Maybe I should just wait. Let's see, ain't that something? Look at that bait and look at that fish. Ain't that crazy? Yep.
How big he is.
But you know, down there in Florida fishing, you see that with them shiners. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
I remember when down with it, there was like, you put the big shiner on and there was like fish like that would.
Oh, yeah, the big shiner's going to get killed. That's one thing for sure. Yeah, he's going to be the first one to go. It's just something about him. At least that's number one. You were throwing on this side of the boat, remember yesterday? But these are just basically flats out through here. And honestly, a lot of times after the spawn in these kind of areas, you know, during the spawn, I'd focus more on the bank, but a lot of times after the spawn, I would focus more out here in the middles, you know. But we definitely still catching fish up towards the bank too, though. It's just because that water is fresh and high. I just had one roll on it. He didn't get it. I felt him too. I've got more of these if you want to throw one.
It's weird though coming down here, like and staying at the campground with like your own boat.
Yeah.
And not knowing where to, like, how would you even know where to begin?
How do I what?
How would you even know where to begin?
Fishing out here?
Without a guide.
Well, one thing, I've been doing this my whole life, so I already kind, you know, and I've been fishing the Tennessee River my whole life too. So even what I knew on Kentucky Lake, I could relate it to this lake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that really helped me because a lot of people, you know, of course, you know, Tennessee River's got good offshore fishing, you know, ledge fishing and stuff, but a lot of people during the other times of year, they don't fish shallow enough. You almost got to fish this like a river system. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the Potomac River. You know, you catch most of your fish shallow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think all the fish out of the top of the Potomac I caught like at the mouth of that creek or up the creek.
Right.
Or like in like a flat.
But it's all relative shallow. You're not fishing that main river, you know, unless you're up on the flats.
Yeah.
You know, but if you take a reservoir, you know, like Del Hollow or something like that, you know, you're gonna have to fish offshore most of the time. It's just the makeup of the lake, you know. And I learned a lot of stuff just from reading and watching, you know, TV shows and all that stuff. You know, the information we could get back in the day, which was usually through magazines or Saturday morning on TV. Huh?
I don't see any fish jumping.
No, exactly. Well, you know, we really ain't nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, with that moon, they could be eating all night long and they're just not really hungry until a little bit later again. You know what I'm saying? It depends on their schedule, how they're eating when, you know. Because, you know, it's a good bite, but it's just not like it, that first hour of daylight is not good. All right, let me take you over by that tree over. It's all grass out through here anyways. Y'all head home tomorrow or today?
Yeah, we're gonna leave. In the morning.
Are you?
Stop at a couple places on the way home.
Are you? That's cool. Like,
Place in Virginia is called like Maxwell Ridge.
yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. I know. I've seen that advertised. I like stuff like that.
And there's like a dinosaur park.
Oh, is there? The kids are like that. Oh man, that sucks.
I saw him hit. That was cool.
Yeah.
He's back in the weeds.
Yeah, he was back in there. You know, they've been hitting on the outside edge. You know. Come on, fish. So I got several different colors if you want to try different color Senko. There's actually a whole bag of them right there underneath your feet there. You know, like Gary Yamamoto ended up selling this company. Did you know that? Yeah, he just sold it last year. I can't remember the group that bought it. It was a group. You know what I'm saying? How all that stuff is.
Yeah. It's still going to be under.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But one thing I did see, and I saw it on their website, I think it was, they're going to be selling 50 and 100 packs now, which is good because you buy stuff cheaper. You know what I'm saying?
Because what's the normal pack? It's 12.
Yeah, I think it's 10 or 12, yeah. I think it depends on what size you bought too. I've used a lot of different Senkos, and he's definitely got, especially the wacky rig, he's got the best. Now flipping and stuff like that, I don't think it really matters, but the way his falls in the water. Oh, you got one? Good deal. You hit it pretty good? Huh? It just real light bite, yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's just like they're not real aggressive early, you know what? Come on if you want to. If we fish through this one, we don't do any catch anything. We'll go. Let's run over the other side and try it. You know, because it's crazy, ain't it? We should be getting bit right now. We caught several fish in this little patch.
You can go to Okeechobee and you're fishing the they pretty much always fight with line.
Yeah, they don't always. I mean, as long as it's not like a cold front or anything like that's come through to do with the weather, yeah, you're going to catch them.
That lake's so big.
Yeah, you got to find them. That's, you know, it's just, and everything looks like you can catch a 10-pounder on it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just so much grass and stuff. It's like, man, how come they're not here, you know? But it's just like anywhere, even on this lake, you just got to just find where the bait and the fish are, you know? And, you know, and I was telling you that first day it was out, and I'm sure we've talked about it before, you know, there's just some days they just don't bite good. You know, so far right now we're in that, you know? Because we caught fish both days, you know what I'm saying? But this is the worst we've done. You know, that don't mean they won't turn on, you know. That's one thing I always hated about a full moon during the warmer months, because sometimes it'll mess up your daytime bite because they would eat so much at night, you know. You picked up that chatterbait. There's one about right here. Ain't that crazy? This is that's crazy. This is about where you picked it up at. Yep, I got plenty of them. But you just catch them on that white one. I think it's just getting in the face. Now, ain't that crazy? This is about exactly where you picked that thing up yesterday. Huh? Yeah, it was, yeah. And that goes into the area, John, that we fished last time he was here. And we were like up in this area. We were in the mouth of that creek. I think we was catching some fish out here, the mouth of it. There's some grass and some stumps out there.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember that? But that takes you where they're going. That takes you that direction. You know. So all this backwater on this side, just like over there, it all joins. You know.
When we go out, are we going up or are we going back?
If you go out, you go. No, I'll take this little cut through right here when we leave.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a long ways down through there. I'd rather be in the deeper water than the shallow running. You're all cast out here, you hit all them shade spots. I've caught them in this little creek before. Yeah, it's crazy. They just didn't. Even the way they was hitting that frog today, you know what I'm saying? You could tell they weren't eating it. That one's only when they hit it good, you know what?
Yeah.
But like I was telling you that first day, you know, if a guy was only down here for today, he would think, well, this sucks. You know what I'm saying? Well, it does suck, but I'm just saying that sometimes they just do this. They could start eating, you know, I think a lot of us is timing on when they are eating, you know. And who knows, maybe they just won't eat that much today for some reason. I mean, because they were really munching yesterday, you know. They bit good yesterday. You know, we did have that little breeze the last 2 days, you know, which we didn't have this morning. I just don't think they're biting. I've caught 2, and I think you've got 3. You got 3 or 4, but there he is. Yep. He's a little guy, but I'll take him. He didn't. He just loaded up on it. You know how yesterday they were hitting it real hard?
Yeah.